Greetings, every people. This is your cult of personality here, ToonKritic. I can't look at the screen when you're doing that. What's up? Fucking all right. Oh, there goes the rating out the window. Just okay. Episode's over. We're packing it in. We're just going. Bye. Okay. Greetings, every people. It's your cult of personality here. ToonKritic's the name. Actually, no. It is ToonKriticY2K is the name, and tunes are the name of my game. Welcome to Roundtable's Magic. We are discussing Season 2, since Season 6 is no more, of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. We have a bunch of people here today. Starting off, we have Fennec Bliss.
I did not agree to this name, and I will never accept it.
We have Golden Fox.
This wasn't my idea.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely sure.
We have the Sock Fox.
Greetings.
I should have just said Poofy Fox.
We have the voice of Yip.
You are all weirdos.
Voice, you like my little representation thing for you?
That's not his real name.
My name is Key!
I hate you.
Next.
We have very special Karama with us. Are you not answering to that name? Okay, fine. We have British Ninja with us.
I'm not one of your sick, furry kind. I am British Ninja forever. I am eternal. I am everlasting. I am everything.
Whatever you say,
I am no fluffy, bunny, foxy, Nick Wildchild, disgusting thing.
Whatever you say.
Yes, you are party pooper, we get it.
And our special guest for this episode, for our special Roundtable Fox and Socks edition, Tricky Fox.
Hello, glad to be here.
So, this is a fun episode. Today we are going to be discussing Read It and Weep. And yes, we are keeping the sock puppet right there, because we have nothing better to do. All professionalism, we realize, is just out the window, so we're just doing this with sock puppets now. But yes, Read It and Weep, a great Season 2 episode. Who shall start us off this week? Well, don't everybody jump at once.
I'll.
Oh, normally you choose.
Everybody say that
Not it.
Should
Not
I
it.
start?
Yeah, I guess, sure, why the heck not? Let's let Tricky Fox start off. Now, Tricky, if you're new to this, what we do, we pick one thing we liked, and then we pass it to someone else, and we go in reverse order, and when it comes back to you, you say the thing you didn't like. So you're going to be starting us off and ending us. So what is one thing that you liked about Read It and Weep?
Okay, that's probably the thing most people like about this episode. It's the meta commentary. At least, if intentional or not, I think most people, most bronies can, show sympathy with Rainbow Dash in this situation, because, well, Rainbow Dash didn't want to try out reading because she thinks it was stupid. And especially when in Season 2, MLP was still this kind of show that most people saw and thought, this is a girly show for small children, not gonna watch that. And as such, a lot of fans of the show probably had a bit of skepticism before they even tried it out.
So basically, you're saying you're pretty much admiring that this episode was a parable to being a brony.
I'm not saying that it's necessarily intentional, but it sure has a similar effect to it. Because basically, yeah, most bronies were probably skeptical before they checked it out, at least when the show was starting, because, well, it's a girl show about about little ponies, right?
Right.
I mean, it was kind of in this episode. Rainbow Dash had to be injured and and basically brought out of her mind to actually even try to read the Daring Do book. I wouldn't have tried MLP on its own either. I admittedly just tried it out because I was drunk one night and saw it in my subscription box that someone made liked a video about it.
All right.
Hello.
Is that it?
Let's see. What? Well, I think that's about the meta thing. I could go into other things, but
Yeah, we only pick one thing.
That I guess I pass the ball to Kurama now.
Karama, we're waiting for you.
Sorry, I went to the toilet, my bad. I didn't know it was going to pick me next.
Yeah,
I guess kind of
there?
going... I guess going off what Tricky said about the relatable struggle of Dash. Not really her inner struggle, but more what she did to try and avoid confronting that. I can definitely relate to that. I have done many things to avoid responsibility. I have... Yeah, the process, it was very entertaining to watch. You know, watching her break into the hospital just to cover up the fact that she didn't like a book. I thought it was very funny. I thought it was a cool idea, and I thought it was well executed. So I don't have much to say, I guess. I pass it on to, let's go Voice.
Who, me?
Or Key
Yeah,
Fox.
Voice.
Whatever.
Hi. Are you you having fun over there with the microwave?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, let's see about this episode. Well, I remember this is like our first, not counting the Crush Girls Bounce perspective, but this was our first foray into collaborative territory.
Yeah, this was one of my early collabs. You and I did a review on not just Daring Dome, but Read It and Weep at the same time.
Right. And I mentioned one of the things that I enjoyed about this episode was the story itself. That was the big selling point of the episode, the Daring Do book. And it got me hooked, like, just the Indiana Jones-esque style of adventure got me hooked, and just the two plots coinciding was like the perfect mesh of like slice of life meets adventure.
Yeah.
And it's one of the episodes where I can recommend, okay, this is what My Little Pony is. Like half slice of life, half adventure, and like a good mix in between. And I'll probably say this. This was actually one of the few times where the show got me more interested in fan fiction because I wanted to know the next part of the story.
Well, we did eventually figure that out later on.
Yeah, it turns out it was all nonfiction.
Well, I guess it could have been worse.
Yeah, that's not a knock on it. Not a knock on Daring Dome, mind you. It's just weird. It's like, oh, it was like this elaborate adventure. It was totally fiction, totally real. Wait, seriously? Okay.
Yes.
You know, I feel like Daring Don't kind of spoiled this episode. I like the idea of having fiction within fiction.
But Ninja, we've time traveled back to season 2. We don't know anything about what's happened later on. We're trying to keep in character. Wink.
You're causing apocalypse.
Trying to keep in character, Mr.
Riot.
Fox sock
Really?
puppet.
I can't talk about because I had a point to make about that. Man,
See, Toon, look what you've done.
you hurt my feelings.
I hurt the little Fennec Fox's feelings. Aww.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna kick your butt, episode of PonyCon, and I will remind you it's only a few weeks away.
I'm just building up that karma, so when the good karma comes along, everything will be great. Anyway, Voice, sorry to cut you off.
So So, Bliss, I think shall I pass it on to you with whatever your point was going to be?
Oh, it's up to you, dude.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to you.
Okay. So when I first saw this episode, I liked that. My favorite part was like when Rainbow Dash did finally get into the story and reading it. I felt like I was watching a mirror of myself. Damn it, Chrissy! I'm gonna kick your butt too.
Is he going to kick everybody's butt?
I'm gonna kick everybody's butt.
I'm gonna kick his ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick my ass. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I'm delayed. I'm sorry. What I loved about the episode was that I felt like I was watching a mirror of myself of Rainbow Dash reading the story, and she kind of self-inserted herself in the story. That's what I thought it was. It was a different color version of her OC going on this adventure. That's what I saw. And that's how I read a book, by self-inserting myself as the main character. It's one of those key imaginations I use to help me get through a book when, like, I had to read a book for school and I didn't want to. So it helped to pretend I was the character. And I thought I was seeing a representation of that by watching Rainbow Dash interpreting yourself as Daring Do. However, I'm looking back on it now, and yes, this was how I reviewed the episode back then. I need to stop looking at the screen.
Oh, come on, let's be professional.
I'm trying to be professional. A lot of people have pointed it out, and I admit that yes, you were all right. You have pointed this out, and I am so sorry that I didn't see it sooner before I made that review. But it's clearly it's clearly printed on the book cover that Daring Do looks just like that in the book. So that was not an interpretation of Rainbow Dash. That's just what Daring Do looks like. So, okay.
On a meta level, I think that was the intention when they designed Daring Do's character.
Yeah, maybe I didn't get a good look at the character's cover. I don't know, but I kind of just assumed it was a self-insert of Rainbow Dash, and that's why I liked the episode. That's what I loved about it, because it was a different take on. I mean, another thing is, ponies are writing fantasy adventure books, and considering that their world is full of magic and dangerous creatures and stuff, all sorts of stuff can happen, and yet they still need to find the need to write books about other activities, and magic and adventure and stuff. That's interesting, how they take on their own role of fantasy. So I thought that gave us a whole new world that, hey, these characters can go on adventures in their minds. They can have they have different fantasies of what's amazing to them. And I liked that, and I was kind of looking forward to more of that. I felt like we were getting more into the culture of ponies in a small little way as reading a book. So on that note, I will pass it off to
me.
You okay?
There's something about this episode that, rewatching it recently, I didn't notice, and I think as time has gone by, I've grown to like this more than I originally wanted. It is the Twidash. I absolutely love the connection that these two have, and seeing it boost itself later on is great. But here is where I think it really started to get going, with Twilight wanting Rainbow Dash to read a book and seeing it as like not something that is supposed to be cool, but more, I have this, I'm not looking at the screen, so reading is not something that's for nerds and losers and eggheads and all of that. No, it can be fun, and I think that's something that, rewatching this episode, our culture kind of needs to learn that, because I'm sort of going into a mini rant here. One of the Christmas presents that one of my nephews got was a Kindle. And I looked at this Kindle and I'm thinking, why don't we just read anymore. Is reading now like not a cool thing? Does everything have to be on a tablet? Do you have to go into school and you're not bringing books? Everything's just on a tablet now? Just maybe I feel old for that. Maybe I feel a little old-fashioned, but you know, there's just
Toon.
What?
No, you're not alone in that because Sub-Zero talks about how books are gonna die out one day, and that makes him very uncomfortable because there's just nothing like holding a book in your hand.
Yeah,
I know the experience is dying out, but kids are reading more than what they used to.
Though, if that's the case, then
not
good.
Reading books. Yeah, they're not reading books. They're reading social media.
Ah, well, they shouldn't. No, they should be reading books because there's a lot of great books.
Well, Toon, on the other hand,
Key.
On the other hand, Toon, you said that kid got a Kindle. In the end, it does read on this Kindle. It's not. It doesn't read a book. It does read a book on that Kindle. It's the thing about Kindles is it makes books much more accessible.
Yeah,
so I understand that, but
they
like,
do read more.
Isn't it more? Having... Okay, I want to take you back to Beauty and the Beast. Remember when, like, Belle, like, got into the castle and she was gifted with the library? Any person, if you ask them, regardless of whether they're millennial or they're old-fashioned or they're from any generation, you show them a library like that, they're going to love that. Because reading books apparently is a dying art, and I don't understand that. But getting back to the episode, I apologize. I went off on a little mini tangent there. The great thing about Twilight and Rainbow Dash is that Twilight is willing to be patient with Rainbow Dash, understanding that she's like, you know, the cool kid, but she appreciates her for that. And I think Rainbow Dash also starts to get an appreciation for Twilight here. We haven't really, up until this point in the series, we have not really seen these two start to bond. And a lot of people ship these two. I kind of ship these two too. I think they have a great chemistry between them, possibility of a great relationship off of that, but it's tropey, like the nerd and the cool kid, but it works in anime, so I don't see why it doesn't work here. But yeah, I absolutely love the Twidash interactions in this episode. So that's me. Who else do we have here?
I don't care. I ship it.
You dirty, not only are you guys furry foxes, you're shipping trash.
I'm gonna pass it off to the Sock Fox.
Oh, me. Okay, cool.
Now here's an interesting conundrum. What should you do?
Well, don't worry. I got my pooch, so...
Oh, well, you're out of time. Moving on.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
Shut up, Fox. British Fox. Okay.
British Ninja.
British
Naruto.
Ooh.
Okay.
Anyway.
You know how close I am to kicking you out.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the Toon will kick you from the podcast. Anyway, my thing that I liked about Read It and Weep was the humor. This was a very funny episode, I will say that. I like episodes that make me smile and make me laugh. And it's good when an episode has a good lesson attached to it. But the thing that I remember Read It and Weep from, because I haven't watched season 2 episodes in so long, was, well, the humor. I loved Rainbow Dash's interactions with the Doctor. I wish that Doctor character was on screen more. I found him hilarious. I love Rainbow Dash's bored humor. Like, that's a good way to present someone being bored and do it humorous, is like throwing the ball against the thing or turning on and off the light. The only thing that would have made it better is if she had a roommate in that hospital room that got really annoyed with her shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like,
There was.
Yeah,
It was,
the guy.
yeah, but the difference was that the other person was so injured and so like covered in bandages that she couldn't communicate back.
I wish that they had more shots of him just being like, like Squidward in that one episode where they did the firmly grasp it thing.
Grasp it firmly!
But I really just like the humor in it. And some people would be like, oh, but the episode, you know, wasn't that funny? And then I say, fuck you, the episode was funny. You know, usually I wouldn't do that, but now I have puppets, so now I can. But
Can you do that again? Can you do that again, please?
Okay, and some people are like, well, I didn't find the episode that fucking
I'm sorry, we're very easily abused. Oh, jeez.
But I don't usually like Rainbow Dash episodes. Not that I don't like Rainbow Dash. Everyone.
You heard
I
it here
like
first, folks.
I like all the characters, but Rainbow Dash is the one that I relate to the least.
Bottom two.
Like, but this one was the first Rainbow Dash episode that I laughed out loud and I thought was really funny and made me start to like her. I didn't like her in the pilot because people are like, "Oh, Rainbow Dash was funny. She wasn't."
So what you're saying is this episode it kind of blew your socks off.
Can you say that again, Ninja?
Well then, would you say, Keyframe, that this episode blew your socks off?
Shut up! That is terrible. Okay. But yeah, that's what I. So I'm going to pass it off to. Golden, you're the last one, right?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Okay, I pass it off to Kichi! Yeah!
Kichi's not even here.
I know, but I already had this asset and I wanted to use it.
So this is what it's like being on the other side of the meme. Gotcha.
I pass it off to Golden Fox.
So it seems like almost everybody has said everything they love about this episode. There is a bit of a personal side that I have with this one, and it's part of the reason why I really admire or really love this episode, and it's become like, it's one of my favorite episodes of season 2. But it's with like a somewhat different reason. When I was a kid growing up, I hated reading books. Like, I lividly hated it because it was so annoying that my parents were saying, "Brett, you need to read, you need to read, you need to read." And they started to beat that over my head so much. No,
I'm sorry, no, folks, no, you're being serious, but this is too funny.
You know what I half expected to happen? I expected Brett's face to slide across the camera. Like, he actually got to the camera.
To squeeze in.
Okay, sorry.
It was that, and I'm gonna get hated for this, but I was under the impression that with movies and video games, I didn't need to read.
What? What?
Not really, no. I didn't read a lot.
Because I was a kid, and there were times I didn't know any better. And I didn't like spending the effort looking at the pages and having to create the imagination in my head instead of looking at what's on the screen.
What?
Well,
that is so fucking weird.
Because I was the exact same way. I really had to. The biggest problem with me when I was a kid was that I really had a struggle with reading. I got frustrated and I would give up. So when my mother literally made me sit down and forced me to read, and she said I could not get up until I read at least 2 chapters. I really had to dig deep and muster myself to read through, and I eventually figured out a way to get through it, and that was my imagination. But that's because I was forced to!
Well,
sucks to be you.
God, I was forced to. There was like, Dad tried to set up like an hour for reading, where every one of us had to sit in a room and we would just like read for an hour.
Yeah.
And I didn't make any progress at all. There were times I just fell asleep. I was incredibly stubborn about it.
Wow.
And here's the cherry on top, and I know that this is kind of a stretch. I used to go to daycare when I was a kid, and the daycare lady treated reading as punishment. If I didn't do my homework or if I didn't behave, I had to read a book. Not just a book, but a horror book. I hated horror books.
Dude, Goosebumps!
I didn't like Goosebumps.
Dude.
No, when I was growing up, I liked Disney movies and movies that were much happier at the time. I liked action and adventure. Not
Disney.
Eyeballs for Midnight Snack, which was the book that I remember the most.
Disney was not a happy adventure.
No, when you really think about it, it really wasn't.
Two of my favorite books
when
when I was a kid.
Too dark.
Two of my favorite books as a kid, and it was really because of the pictures, but I like the story too.
Guys, stay on topic.
And Fritz and the Beautiful Horses.
Continue, Fox.
No, but the thing about reading is that it required a lot more effort. I didn't like spending that effort, and well, I just lost my train of thought. That's true.
So what was the thing you liked about the episode?
The thing I liked about the episode is that if I watched it if I was younger, I would have loved reading. Don't press me.
Because Rainbow.
Well, sucks to be you, I guess.
God dang it, Ninja!
Hashtag socks to be you.
The socks don't have
A second.
the socks don't have eyes, but I can feel their disappointment through the camera.
That sock is so done with the other sock.
Brett, do you want to elaborate? So, like, if this episode was out earlier, it would have made you want to read more.
What I mean is, I may have liked this episode a bit more if like I was a much younger kid, like if I was like 9 or 10 or something like that, and I was watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, which would be an odd place despite the whole bronies phenomenon. But anyway, I may have given it a chance, or at least the episode tried to have a better way to represent why reading can be enjoyable. They didn't like beat you over the head saying, "Oh, reading is something that every pony should do." Like they say that they enjoy it, but they didn't say you don't. They didn't say you have to. And I know that people are going to disagree with me on that, but the way they presented it is that they just wanted to find something for Dash to like keep herself occupied with. They brought her a book. She refused to read it, but she had no choice but to just check it out. And this is not up to everybody else who's trying to force it, like what my parents did. She decided, okay, fine, I'll give this a chance, and she liked it. It's almost the same kind of thing of what Tricky Fox explained, in that you can't really judge something unless you give it a try. But even then, I would at least give it credit for at least trying to convince me, because even when I was being pulled into reading books, whether they're adventure-based or not, I just had no interest. But I give it credit for it.
Then why did you buy that book at Disneyland?
Because it's a struggle, okay? There's a part of me, that still hates reading, but there's another part of me that wants to see what happens in whatever books there are. I mean, a part of which, like, I wanted to get into a book series before it became a movie, and that was Legend of the Guardians, and I wanted to try to get into Harry Potter, but I couldn't I couldn't get the books unless my friends got me the books, and so on and so forth. And even then, I just don't really draw much attention to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
What was the thing you didn't like about this episode?
I didn't like the scene where Dash was acting like she was getting injured. It was just as cringy as that scene where she was acting like she was injured in Rainbow Falls. Oh, I'm not feeling good. Like, you can easily call from a mile away she's up to something.
Dash, that's the other way.
What do you mean
Whoops.
that's the other way?
No, I'm emphasizing
That's the, yeah. Yep.
Well,
I'm confused.
No, when
he
he goes
was
back...
quoting. Go on.
He's quoting the episode.
Oh. Yeah, it's cringe humor. That's really all it is.
we know your experience with cringe humor, Fox.
Yeah. They made a real soccery out of it.
Key, I pass it back to you.
Yay! So, it is time for Keyframe to return.
I can't believe we're seriously still doing this.
The thing I didn't like about this episode. Was there anything I didn't like about this episode? There?
Zach, if we ever do this again, we need to get silver quilted.
Oh yeah, we will.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
The thing I didn't like about this episode was nothing. I really like this episode. This was one of my favorite episodes of season 2. So I don't have much. I guess maybe the only real thing is sometimes I felt the adventure went on a little bit too long. But those were minor things. Because I like the adventure. I just sometimes wish the balance was a little bit more even. But that was mostly in the second act. And I understand why they made that one so long, because that was the one right before Dash got out of the hospital. But yeah, besides that, I really liked it. I pass it back to the person who was before me.
Ah, yes, ToonKriticY2K. Alright, so... So... Now that I think about it, I don't know if I really have anything major to complain about. I remember that when I did, like, my first review of, like, my favorite episodes of Friendship is Magic, this is number 3 or 4 for me. I love this episode, so now that I've rewatched it, there was one thing that, didn't quite make sense to me. It's a nitpick. May not be of much substance, but, you know, I have to come up with something, so, why didn't Rainbow Dash just ask the doctor, hey, I left the book in there, can you kind of, like, get it for me? Maybe?
Well, this is Rainbow Dash we're talking about.
I don't think she wanted to even... I mean...
Or say, oh, a friend of mine.
She didn't want her friends to know.
Or a friend of
I'm
mine.
sure she didn't want anybody to know.
Come on, it's not that bad. Like, I could have just went up there and be like, hey, all right, hey, Doc, a friend of mine left the book there. Can you maybe go in there and get the book for me? I'll give you some bits. Maybe?
Well, see, then we wouldn't have an episode.
Well, you know what? A lot of episodes would be easily solved if we had, oh, if only this happened, da, da, da. But you know what? It's still fun. It's still fun to go along with it because it makes that's what the people who make the fan comics get paid to do, because then they can make those what if things. It's gift wrapped to them.
You know, Toon, I just want to add what you just said right there. Yeah, you can't just go and apply 100 I don't say you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't apply 100% logic, or you shouldn't, but you don't have to apply 100% logic. Just keep it fun. I'm looking at you, confused Matthew.
Ooh, he calling you out. He calling you out.
Oh, nitpicky. Like,
we all nitpick.
War ranks were bad. Oh man, why did this character do this? Why didn't he do that? That's all I hear out of his mouth. Anyways, go on.
Alright, so yeah, that's just the one thing that I disliked about this episode. Even then, that's barely anything for me to work with. So I'm gonna pass it back to Fennec Bliss.
I am a pony. I am not a fennec.
Oh, you would look so adorable. Okay, chat. I know there's some artists there. I want you to dress up Lightning Bliss like a Fennec Fox. I want her to, like, look all cute and stuff. I want a Fennec Fox Blissy on my desk yesterday.
And pictures of Spider-Man.
The new Spider-Man, because the new Spider-Man trailer looks so
You know, it's really not that hard. You gotta do is put a fox nose on her little muzzle. And
no, we gotta put like a hoodie and everything with like the hoodie. Like, dress her up like the Fennec from Zootopia in the little elephant costume. That'll be so cute.
Jack.
What?
Jack, it's already done.
Oh wait, no way. Is it already done?
No.
No way.
No.
Oh, it's a little Fennekin as Lightning Bliss. Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that's so
It's adorable.
That's adorable. I want to hug you.
You know what? I quit.
No, hang on. I want to show.
In the round table, you can fire yourself a new alicorn. I'm done.
No, I have to show this on stream. Give me a second. I have to show this on stream.
Well done, Deepash.
I have to show this on stream. This is too cute. Oh my god. Give me a sec. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Are these puns making you yarn?
Maybe. Making you... Oh, yarn! Oh, okay.
That took you a minute, didn't it, Zach?
Yeah, it did, actually. Oh,
Blissy's not happy with you.
Yeah, Blissy, welcome to the Ninja Timetable, where
Ta-da! Take a look, chat. For those who are watching...
have a lot of fun.
For those who are watching on YouTube right now, the image you see right there is Fennec Bliss. And it is too freaking adorable. Bliss is gonna kick my ass later. I don't care. This is a great stream. Everybody's having fun. So why should we let it stop? Anyway, continue, Fennec Bliss. Yeah, see, I give you pats on the head. I give you pats on the head. You were so cool. You were one of my bestest friends.
Zach, you do know that they can fight, right?
Spike.
Kiss.
Don't do. Oh, jeez. Okay, go ahead, please.
That was too bad. I should've-
Are you done?
Yes.
Unleash the hounds!
Oh, great! It turns into a fox hunt.
You hello.
Hello! Hello!
Oh,
What do you
jeez.
dislike about this episode, Blissey?
That I didn't like about it. I'm having a hard time.
I think I threw her off her groove.
Yeah, I'm like, my cheeks hurt really bad, which is a good indicator that I am gushing red with hate. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you at POC. As soon as I get off the plane and you're meeting me, I'm gonna chase you.
I'm gonna hide behind Keyframe then.
Yeah, you better hide.
Bless, all I'm thinking right now is Dragon Ball Z Abridged Chi-Chi, where she's like, where Gohan's like, wait, I sense a dark presence on this ship. Where's ToonKritic?
But do you not have anything you don't like about the episode?
I'm really having a hard time finding something I don't like. Oh, you know what? Okay, I can label one thing, and it's more of a nitpick because it's a cartoon and all, but I can't help but feel like that's how real hospitals and doctors' offices treat patients. And it was how dismissive they were about throwing Rainbow Dash out of the hospital. It's like, you're ready to go. When? Right now? Right now. And they just throw her on a wheelchair and then wheel her out. And they're like, yeah, get out of here, get out of here. We need the bag, get out.
I love there was a comic like this, like the next panel afterwards. I can't fly, dumbasses.
Master Code, you are dead to me. Stop it. Anyway, I am so peeved.
Such language.
Language. This is a family-friendly podcast.
So peeved, I could just scream.
Oh my god.
Bliss, it's so easy to make yourself Fluttershy. You know that?
Maybe you should be the new Fluttershy then.
No, I am Twilight. I am Twilight. I will never be Fluttershy.
So, I guess Flutterbliss is a thing now.
No, it is not. I am Twilight. I am a Twilight representation because I'm OCD. I'm a workaholic, and I always worry about what other people are thinking about me.
Yeah, and
Shut up.
On top of that, who would I be?
You're Fluttershy.
Are we passing it back? Did you finish your point?
Yes, I'm done with my point. It's just the point was is that I don't like how that interpretation of the hospital throwing patients out is kind of what happens in the real world. It's sad and it sucks. Who's next? Boys, off you go.
And then.
Yeah, really, like the White Knights are going to get me. I have my Edge Knights, and I have my Edge Knights in the comments who will defend me too, so...
The sad fact is, I'm so sorry, boys. The sad fact is, you're not... The White Knights can't do shit because you're my red and black Edge Knight, remember?
Exactly. So, you can't send knights after the knight who's defending you in the first place. That's some mutiny right there. So anyway, just go ahead, boys.
Edge, Toon, you're absolutely correct, but I can always have Aeon mirroring at me.
That is cheating. Go ahead.
Anywho, the one thing, again, this is not really a knock on the episode. I liked both plots of this episode. One I can relate it to with Rainbow Dash, and the other was the fun adventure story. It's just I wanted more of the fun adventure story. Like with like the abrupt scene transitions, where like Rainbow Dash we're really invested in the book, and all of a sudden the quick interruption, like all of a sudden the spider starts talking. He's like, "What the hell? Oh no! Go back to this fun story." when Ali Zolotl somehow has Pinkie Pie's voice, that was creepy.
But it was funny.
Yes. But yeah, that's my kinda negative of the episode. So pass it back.
Okay.
Hey, okay, so it's me. Okay.
Go
So
on,
I can
Karama.
really... Alright. I can really relate to Dash's struggle in this episode. Heck. Oh wait, no, hang on, that was the wrong thing. My bad. Next paragraph. This episode gave me cold feet about Dash's character. She really needed to sock up her pride because Linen in this society, reading is culturally accepted as cool. There's no one who would woolly get on her case about liking these things. I never understood it because it's shown that it's okay to read. Everyone reads in this universe. She's the odd sock out in this situation and she just needs to pair up her shit. You know, aside from that, this episode missed the golden opportunity of the greatest pun of all time that it could have made. They should have called this episode A Reading Rainbow, and with that,
Oh, the puns.
The puns, they hurt.
I didn't say you said reading Rainbow Pun in another episode this season?
This is sad at Ninja.
yeah, I think I said my piece. Well, I really hope I didn't make you yawn.
You already used that one.
I know, I was running out. Anyway, moving on. I pass it back to who was before me?
Tricky.
Tricky.
Was it Tricky? Tricky, yeah, Tricky was before me.
It's a Karak, it's Tricky!
I watched the episode yesterday and I kinda feared this question. What do you dislike about it? Because I couldn't really see anything wrong with it. Even the things that are admittedly kinda stupid turned out funny. And if something makes me laugh, I can't call it bad, you know? But though there is a bit of a topic, I think this episode did something better that I usually dislike more about Rainbow Dash. And maybe, is it okay if I talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, I
Well,
something in the chat as well, people.
The conflict about this episode basically does boil down to Rainbow Dash pride. And usually if the conflict is about Rainbow Dash pride, it's more about how obnoxious she is to everyone else. This time it wasn't her pride wasn't a problem for other people, but for herself. Which I did kind of enjoy, especially as it really was less about, boy, I want to smack Rainbow Dash and more. That's funny.
Boys, I swear to God, I will end you.
So we found the art.
August, so hot.
Yes, by the way, we have a second Fennec Bliss art.
I
You know
will
what?
end you all.
Guys,
I will
guys.
riot.
Guys, you're getting the first part right about the Fennec Bliss. You're still missing the Spider-Man in the corner. We need pictures of Spider-Man as well.
Was that everything you had to say, Tricky?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, everyone, I think we've reached our pip.
Thank Christ. Can I leave now?
No!
Gosh, why do you hate us, Melissy?
Oh, she wants to spend time with her bestest demon friend. Oh!
No, because
Oh!
some friends in here comparing me to a goddamn Fennec Fox.
But
and
Fennec
I'm not a
Foxes
fox.
are adorable!
I am an alicorn, and I will be treated with respect.
Hey, Bliss.
You know,
Stop being a diva.
You know, Blissy? Blissy? Considering that I'm a fox, I feel really offended right now.
You don't want to be a fox like Tricky?
Oh, I know.
No, I do not want to be a fox. I'm British Ninja. You see, Blissy, I've been saying this since the beginning, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen to Uncle British Ninja, would you? Nope. And now look at you. Oh, how the turntables have turned in the turning sense of turnation, of rotating and turning.
Anyway, so we made it to the end of this. So go ahead and put down in the comments what your thoughts are on Read It and Weep. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And Key, if they've made it this far, what should they put down?
Puppets.
Would you like to see another Roundtable is Socks episode? Because I'm pretty sure we would do it.
Round
Guys.
table is puppets.
Round
Here's
table
the-
puppets.
We must
We want
only
to
do
see
this.
me again on Roundtable. Yay.
Yay! No, here's the thing. What we need to do next time we have Silver Quill, we get the silver quilted plushie. We
Oh,
will
yes.
get to set up a webcam, and then we will reenact this with silver quilted.
Yes, we will.
It will be the Woolworths podcast, and we'll cover
The Woolworks.
Hang on. What's a
Everyone should just
wool-related
have their own
episode?
sock. Because, oh my goodness, it was hard to do this as a one-man show, but I did it.
But gee, it's almost like we weren't forcing you at all to do that.
Oh no, I did the words.
Hosted, and I'm very tempted.
Ah,
Did
jeez.
the words force come out of my mouth at all? No, I was just saying I did a one-man show and I didn't think I could do it, but I did it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a very big special episode coming up next week. Next week is our special Christmas Hearthswarming Eve episode. We will be reviewing Hearthswarming Eve, and our special guest next week, 5 p.m. Central, is Anthony C.
Oh. Yeah.
We have actually got Anthony C. for a Christmas special, so we are...
Zach,
What?
Zach, I have a question.
It's-
You do realize Christmas Day is a Sunday.
I understand that, but people are going to be playing with their gifts on Christmas, so...
We're more important than them.
No, okay, no, we're not. No, I didn't do one directly on Halloween. I'm not going to do one on Christmas. I decided to do it a little bit before.
If people can't suit my needs, then yeah.
So I suppose the C in Anthony C stands for Christmas?
Yes.
Anthony
yes, it
Christmas.
does.
Yeah.
Anthony Christmas. So, thank you all for turning out for this podcast. If you would like to be notified whenever we do these live on Sundays, go ahead and follow or watch up on my Twitch. We do these streams on Sundays, and I also stream Tuesdays and Fridays. With that being said, from all of us here at Roundtable is Magic, we hope you have a great rest of the week, and thank you for coming by. I would really love to do one of these Roundtable of Socks things, but with actual full-on socks. So.
Happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish guys out there.
Yes. So thank you all for turning out, and stay awesome.